Welcome back to my Kingdoms of Amalur Platinum walkthrough. This is part 17. Yeah, part 17, so we're getting close to 20 now. And that's the quest you want to make sure you got active, guys. The one for the House of Sorrows, a house divided. Yeah, so go into your quest menu and make sure that's active. You should have that one active. We did do the start of the House of Sorrows earlier. You find the House of Sorrows in the top right area of the Chloricum region, the right hand side of the map. But yeah, like I said, we did do part of it earlier. But what we're going to begin with, guys, so this place here, New Kun, if you just want to quickly get a experience shrine, you know, shrines that give you an extra 20%, I think it is. If you warp here, this is the closest one to a shrine. Obviously, it's only one, so why so? Although it takes a little bit longer, that may be better, just because there's so many more shrines there. But this is the closest one to a warp point, which I know of. This one here. So Athene's Wisdom. So you can warp there, get that on quickly, and you want to warp over here, guys, to the Proving Halls. This is where this quest is going to take us. They're divided, and we're going to go and sort out the trouble between them. We're going to go and make a truce. And there's actually some sort of like puzzles in this part. Yes, this game does have puzzles, believe it or not. I don't think we've actually come across any yet, have we? I don't think so. But yeah, I'm going to start using the Athene's Wisdom quite a lot now, you'll see. I'll mainly try and use them in areas where you get more XP, because some areas just don't give you much because the enemies are too weak. And we actually get a new Lore Stone in this one as well. Yeah, another Lore Stone. It's been quite a while since we've got a Lore Stone, hasn't it? I bet you missed that, collecting all the Lore Stones. But yeah, we get one in this video. I don't think it's in this area, it's in the next one, if I remember. Yeah, the next one. So you see the enemies here, they do give quite a bit of XP. I'm doing post-commentary in this one, and I can't quite recall where I first used my Fate Meter. I do try and use my Fate Meter quite a lot, but I try to keep it ready for strong enemies, because you do not want to use it on like a weak batch of enemies, only to find a much stronger batch just after, which give a lot more XP, because it's just a waste. I can't really talk about waste. The amount of times I've fucking wasted Fate Meter. I think I did in the last video. I go into Reckoning mode, and I meant to get to a troll, but because the troll spawned in slow motion, my Fate Meter ran out and completely wasted it. Yeah, but I try to use it efficiently. Doesn't always work out, but I try. Yeah, so in through the Proving Halls, and you come in through the back door. Yeah, so through the back door and into the Proving Halls, and we're going to locate Bisserain. Now, Bisserain, right at the end of this quest line, he's got a little green dialogue choice for you to pick. Well, not for me, not in this video, but he can have a little green persuasion check right at the end of this quest line. So I'm not sure why it doesn't work for me. I've not tried every single sort of dialogue line for him, or like dialogue with him now, for example. That could potentially lead to that dialogue option with him later on. I'm not sure. There's a lot of different chains to check, and I don't want to spend hours just trying to check one persuasion check, because we are going to get a few extra anyway. But yeah, the way I do is the options you see me picking, it doesn't lead to the persuasion choice with him right at the end. So you may want to try a few things, just try and change it up a little, perhaps choose some different dialogue choices with him, in the hopes that it spawns later on. Yeah, because when I did try googling it as well, see if I can find more info, but all I can find is people saying you get a persuasion check with him, but you don't, because I didn't. So there's obviously something tied to making it trigger. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's not the end of the world, like I say, because I will be getting a few extra anyway. But I mean, I won't be getting it here, so the trophy's going to pop a little bit later for me anyway. So we're in this place. What's this called? The Fallen Halls. And it's quite a small area, this, really. I mean, there's a few things we have to do here, a few different paths you have to take, but overall this is a pretty small area. And yeah, the boss at the end of this place, he doesn't really give you that much XP. So yeah, just make your way through. Of course, just make sure you always clean all the enemies now, guys. You can just get rid of them quickly with your bow, get a bit of XP, and it'll just help when it comes to leveling up. And of course, it's always awesome to one-shot enemies. So you come here and you have to activate these 3 locks afterwards. And I save my fate meter for this lock over here, which we're heading to now. The one to the southeast. Yeah, because you get a big troll trying to ambush you here. There he is. Look at him. Menacing beast. Got thick skin, these guys. But no match for my bow. My ebony bow. Yeah, so I go into reckoning mode and I use it here because of him. And for the time being, until we get to the end, this is sort of one of the best places to use your fate meter, especially in this area. So there we go, just lob that straight through his skull. And plenty of XP, look at that. 9k almost, 9,000. Yeah, coming here afterwards, press this switch, the lock. One more lock to press, one more hold fast lock. And this faction's questline is probably a bit longer than the one before. War Swan. Thing of War Swan, we'd already done quite a bit of it. You know, in order to get them trainers. But yeah, this one's quite a bit longer. So yeah, you get that second lock, and as you can see, that I did check for Essence of Fate from an enemies, but probably don't really need to worry about that. I probably won't be doing that in the future. After making this commentary. So yeah, through here, just head into the last lock now. You can't go wrong. It's a little yellow marker on the map. If you can't find that yellow marker, God help us all. Just follow my lead. I'll hold your hand. Don't worry. We can go through this together. And kill all these weak enemies. And press the last button. And I can confront him. Saturnin. Yeah, confront him. I don't think he gives you XP. You do get XP, but I don't think it's from killing him. I think it's from completing the quest. Can't quite recall. The thing is, I recorded this last night. I recorded the gameplay last night in a plan to add commentary this morning, which is right now. So they were guarding the door. So take care of the puny guards. Carry on. 2 more puny guards here. They tried to flank you. One came from the left, the other came from the right. They thought if one of them got killed, then the other one would get the sneak up on you. Didn't work. Can't fault them for trying though, can you? And then once you get to the end... Oh, here he is. Leave the house alone. Yeah, his health just keeps regenerating. He's got infinite health. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think you can kill him. He just teleports away. Yeah, then talk to her afterwards. And after that, we're going to take Doris out the exit. And we're going to walk back and speak to Bisserain. Yeah, so Bisserain again. Perhaps choose different dialogue option to me. It's definitely something to do with earlier dialogue options with him. Because at the end, when the dialogue is supposed to trigger, it's literally a case of it puts me straight at a choice. Well, basically, it shows a choice, but it's only one choice. So it does look like the persuasion check should have happened at that specific dialogue chain, that specific option, but it doesn't. So I don't think it's anything connected to the last encounter with him. It's prior. It's before that encounter. So it's one of these encounters leading up to him, guys. So yeah, perhaps pick a different choice and hope for the best. And for anybody that does get a persuasion check with him, yeah, so walk him back to House of Sorrows. For anybody that does get a persuasion check with good old Bisserain later on, let me know the choices you pick beforehand. I don't think it'll be the left hand side, because you know it's normally the right hand side of the dialogue wheel, the option wheel. The right hand side normally advances the quest, and the left hand side are normally like optional conversations. Yeah, so I guess if you can remember what what option you picked on the right hand side, let me know, because that may be linked to get a persuasion check with him. Like here, I asked him what are the sorrows, and here, so I picked the top one there. What if I chose the bottom one? Let's just kill Saturnine. Maybe that linked to it, I don't know. I'll stop talking about it now. I'm boring myself. Just trying to change up your options with him a bit in the hopes that we get it. Yeah, so back outside now. And back on the quest. The faction quest. We got 5 of these faction quest lines to do. This is number 2. 3 more to do after this one. Then we're on to the DLC. But a little bit of Lawstone clean up just before the DLC. So we're warping back to New Kun because I'm going to get the Thines Wisdom. Because I want some extra XP. I think I would recommend going to Weiser if you want XP. I'm doing it in this video, but on the next part, I'll likely be going to Weiser a bit more. Because I did it for this video, for this part, and I just come to realise it's just as quick going to Weiser. I mean, it takes an extra, obviously, like 10 seconds. But all the extra bonuses you get, it's worth it, I think. So, back here to get on the quest line. I'm going to kill the Banshee and Princess. And in here now. Did I said in another part that's where we get Lawstone. But we haven't actually got to it yet, have we? Yeah, I said we get Lawstone in this area. I have to delete that bit. So I'm going to level up, guys, and yeah, just going to lob some into Mercantile. So like I said in the last video, I think I did, put everything you get into Finesse now. Yeah, everything you get into Finesse. It's here. This is where the Law Star marker is. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, so you get ambushed. I actually use my Reckoning mode here, because there's not really many tough enemies in this area. So you've got Reckoning mode, use it on these creeps here. There we go. And this Lawstone is going to be a Stone of Autumn when we loot it. But if you go into your Lawstone inventory, it's actually called Stone of Fall in there. Fall, Autumn, it's the same thing, but just to save confusion, because sometimes you look for something with the exact word in video games, because sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes when you're trying to assume something, you normally turn out to be wrong. So yeah, but that Stone of Autumn, that's actually a Stone of Fall in the inventory tab. Lawstone inventory tab. After you got that, just carry on, guys, to the objective marker. And another little puzzle in this one. Have you done a puzzle already? Yeah, this one you have 2 scales. Basically, you have to kill 3 enemies on one of the scales. So press this button, and what this does, this spawns a few enemies to come over to you. And what they do first they run over to a scale. So just get ready to kill them. Kill them when they're on the blue round thing, the scale. And you'll see the flames light up. 1, 2, 3. So once you kill 3 on the scale, the 3 flames will light up. Either side. And then go through the tunnel that opens up. I did try to see if I could spawn them again, so I hadn't tried that before. So I could do the other scale at the same time, save having to come back. But you can't, as you can see, you cannot spawn them again until you've done this little bit first and gone back to it. But yeah, once you've got a tunnel open, just come through and talk to the NPC, Kelrod, or I guess the NPC on the opposite side, depending on which one you do first. So just pick any option with him. I'm not sure. Perhaps that dialogue choice matters. Affects a persuasion check with Bisrain early on. I have no idea, guys, about a persuasion check. Just carry on back, and now you're going to do the other side of the scales. I hate it when you look at some online and they make something seem so simple, like it's a permanent thing, like it's always going to happen, and you do it yourself and it doesn't happen, and you're just thinking, why wasn't it explained better? You know, why didn't they go into more detail, or why didn't they test it a few more times? Just confirm that it was a permanent thing. You know, I guess you guys don't need to worry about that. That's more the dilemma of a guide writer. That's us guys that have to worry about that. But once you've done the other side of the scales, you're going to come through this other passage, the one we haven't been through yet, and then you're going to talk to the other NPC. So either Alurain, if you've done the same as me, or I guess Kale Rod if you went through this tunnel first. And then once you spoke to her, follow the eldest or the oldest. I'm not sure if that's a translation error. Eldest? Should it be elder? Or are they called eldest in the world of Amalur? I don't know. But once you spoke to them both, eventually, once they both get to the middle, eventually, there'll be some dialogue. There we go. And obviously pick a dialogue option. Again, I'm not sure if this leads to the persuasion check at the end of his faction questline. It's only one persuasion check. So, but I just want to make you aware, guys, in case you just want to try and go for it. So, quest updated, the Weeping King. And we're just going to exit now. And we're about halfway through this quest line. Yeah, but I'm still killing every enemy as we go. You can see that I am killing every enemy. Just try and build up that XP. By the time we get to the end of part 18, we should be at almost level 30. So that's almost a DLC all complete. We should be finishing not a DLC, the factions complete. We should be finishing the factions on about part 19 or 20. That'll be all the factions completed. And then after that, we'll just be in the DLC and doing that. Just make sure, guys, before you leave this area, that you grab that lore stone that we picked up. Because otherwise you'll be coming back in here later on. The stones of fall, or stones of autumn, aka, they're basically all scattered amongst different inner areas. So it's not like most lore stones we have so far, which they were all sort of outside. Yeah, stones of fall, they're all sort of scattered like one by one throughout different areas. So a bit annoying, but most of them we should pick up along the way. So we just warped to Sincere, and it's going to be another little puzzle in here. Now, you want to keep your fate meter now, guys. Build up your fate meter, because you're going to need it for not this area, but the area after. There's basically going to be like a little mini boss, and he gives about 8k. Well, perhaps a little bit. It's probably more about 6k or so. But with your fate meter, obviously doubles that, and with the shrine bonus as well, XP, you get quite a lot from him. So save your fate meter now, guys, ready for a bit later. I'll let you know when. You'll see when I use it. But just make your way through here, and you need to loot the enemies at each of the objective markers. So I've gone to the middle one first, and now I'm going to the one to the south. Sorry, not to the south. I'm going to the one to the east next. You have to, when you've got them all, you have to go to the south anyway to progress. So you want to try and do the one to the east first, because then it will save you having to run away and then go back on yourself. So yeah, do these, loot the corpses for the votive, and then make your way to the final one to the south and get the votive of water. There you go, just kill him, the princess or priestess, what are they called? Yeah, even the enemies have a priest. Yeah, take the last votive, talk to Alarain afterwards, and go up the door, up the path to the door. There it is over there. So it's basically where we just killed that last enemy. Yeah, come up here. And there's a little puzzle here. Basically, you're supposed to stand on a plate and look at the orders that the face is crying. Don't cry yourself. And the order that they're crying, that's the order you have to press the buttons. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm not sure if it's random. I mean, I've done this twice now, and it's the same each time. So there they are, crying. And the order you want to, so press the plate in the middle first, just to stop them crying. There you go. It's okay, don't worry. And press the one on the left, then the one on the right, and then the one in the middle. There you go. It upsets them again. Nothing you can do about that. But once you've done that, it should open the door to progress, so you can grab the key. So come through here afterwards, guys, and then when you've got a key, you can exit and go back to House of Sorrows. Yeah, there it is, the key. The withered branch. I guess the branch is the key. Looks like a catapult. Or a tuning fork. Yeah, we'll continue out afterwards. jump down this little shortcut, back outside, and back to the House of Sorrows. So House of Sorrows is where we're going to get our little mini boss, but there isn't any enemies before it. That's why you need to make sure you've built up some fate meter beforehand, or you use a fate potion. But just walk back to House of Sorrows. What I'm doing first, I'm just going to go to Aiton, and I'm going to buy some greater experience boosters, just because you get a lot of XP from the last few enemies. On the factions, so far, other than the worst one, I don't think we got too much from the worst one. But so far, on this one, the last boss on this one gives you like 20k XP. And on the Scolia Arcana faction, the last boss on there, I get 32,000 XP almost. So you get quite a lot on the bosses on these factions. So it's very helpful if you try to maximise your XP that you gain. So I just bought 5 greater experience boosters. Yes, you can imagine if I get 32k on a boss, and the great experience booster gives you 15%. I think the shrine gives you an extra 20. So that's like an extra 7,000% or so. 7,000k XP. So you definitely want to do it. So I'm just going back over to Nukun, and I'm taking that Ethan's Wisdom. I should have gone to Weiser. I will be going there in the next video. Just going there a few times throughout. Yeah, so over here I'm going to get a shrine, and I'm going to warp to the House of Sorrows and continue the quest line. The last bit of the quest line. And I'm just going to make sure, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to equip Noble's Band of Growth as well for that extra 6% experience. So yeah, I'm going to equip that instead. Now that we've got that upgraded bow, we probably don't need to worry about 2 rings of light so much. So it's okay to just have 1 equipped and then put a Noble's Band of Growth back on. There are other ways to get more XP, like you can make some better gear, obviously with a bit more damage, a bit more experience, a bit more components on it that get you experience, but I'm not going to bother going through all that again, because it's probably going to work out like 5 to 10% more. I mean, it would be nice, but the time it would take to do all that, yeah, not going to bother. And hopefully we're going to get more XP than we need anyway, I'm hoping, but we'll see how that goes. So Bisserain, talk to him, and then a load of enemies will rush in, basically up the steps. So there, I've just got one choice there. Save me your babbling. I'm not sure if another choice should appear there, depending on the dialogue you chose with him earlier. I'm not sure. But just talk to him again afterwards. Advance a quest. This isn't where the persuasion check appears, by the way. It's later. But I'm not sure if your early dialogue choices affect that one as well. So I'm just going to use a greater experience booster and then go into reckoning mode, because you get a lot of XP from these guys. Just get rid of the basic enemies first, and then the boss, I guess, as well. And then once you've got them all, use reckoning mode. There you go. I think I'll get about 15,000 XP here, so quite a bit. That's it. Snap him in half, break him. And there we go. Look at that, 14.5 thousand. So after that, talk to Tabri and tell her we're ready to move. Yeah, and this is it. In this area, when you see Bisserain, this is where you're supposed to get a persuasion check. It doesn't happen to me, unfortunately. I'm a little bit sad. I was weeping earlier because of this. I love my persuasion checks. So just talk to Tabri. Tell her you're going to destroy the barrier and just crack on with the quest. Yeah, you'll get to this quest. Sorry, I had a bit of a moment there. Yeah, so you get to this quest. You have to dispel all of the Nexuses. So kill the enemy near it and then press a button. That's one done. Head to the next one. The weeping YouTuber, that's me. Head to the next one. Up this path. That shrine there, it's that little dot on the map. I have no idea what that gives you. So I think I did mean to get it before, but I just keep running past it. I can't be bothered to get it. But this is the second lever. Just kill the enemy quickly. And press the button. That's it. Make your way around to number 3. This boss here, I do use a greater experience booster, but it doesn't seem to affect the XP you actually get from the boss. Because even when I use the experience booster, I get 20k, and even when I don't use it, I get 20k at the same time. So I'm not sure if it works or not. But this is the third one. Kill the enemies and press it. Right, 3 down, 2 to go. Because that's only 4. So obviously 3 down, 2 to go. Makes sense. Yeah, so this will be the last one. Press this one, and then that's all 8 Nexus complete. Yeah, so kill this dude. That's it. And then press the button. And confront him. So when you confront him here, at the top of these steps, save your game. Because when you go down, this is when it happens. And now we've saved, guys, we'll use our greater experience booster. There we go, we'll use that. And then we'll head down. Still got a shrine active, which is great. So normally you should get a persuasion check with him, but I don't get it. You see there? I think it should be in between Undo It All and the one at the bottom. I think it should be in between them. But yeah, it doesn't happen to me. Hopefully it happens to you. But if you don't get it, don't worry about it. And then kill him. Fate meter. Breaking mode will happen automatically with him. And look at that, 20,000 XP. And we've done it. Just go through dialogue with little Missy here. And let her cause some destruction. Yeah, she's going to destroy the tree. And afterwards you walk back here. And you pick up the... what is it we pick up? We pick something up. I think it might be... Is it that with the branch? No, we picked something up here. I can't remember what it was now. But you pick it up here and that's when the trophy pops. Oh, the strange stuff. Oh, and you get a Twist of Fate. Plus 5% elemental damage and plus 5% damage to Fae. House of Sorrows. We just got a trophy, guys, for completing the House of Sorrows faction. Yeah, so I'll leave it there for that one, guys. The next one we'll be doing the Scourge of the Arcana quest line. Faction quests. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you on the next video.